Hello and welcome. Today we are diving into something really special, a unique way of looking at one of the biggest parts of our lives, love. We're going to be exploring a framework called the Arreqqana-Love diamond paradigm. Think of it as a spiritual lens that can help us see the unique way each of us is really wired to give and receive love. So, right off the bat, I want you to hold this question in your mind as we go through this. How does your soul shape love? I know it's a big one, but it's really the core question we're going to unpack together today.
The way we're going to do this is by using what's basically a new kind of map for the heart. And look, this isn't about finding the right or wrong way to love. Not at all. It's about understanding the different landscapes that exist inside each of us. So, let's get into it.
All right, so our first section is all about just understanding the map itself. What is this whole paradigm and what are its key parts?
Okay, so at its heart, the Arreqqana-Love diamond paradigm is a spiritual tool. It works with this idea that our souls express love through different threads of connection. You can almost think of these threads as the primary color of your love. Is it grounded and loyal, or is it more fiery and passionate? These are the energetic signatures that define how we connect with people, and ultimately how we express and sustain our love.
So, before we start exploring the territories on this map, we've got to understand its compass. This next part covers the 5 core values, or truths, if you will, that guide all these different ways of loving.
These 5 truths are basically the pillars of the whole system. First up is exclusivity, that deep value placed on a one-to-one bond. Then, for some, there's freedom, which is all about having honest, multiple connections. This can lead to devotion, which is this beautiful act of holding sacred space for others. And that devotion often runs on soul connection, prioritizing those spiritual and emotional bonds, sometimes even over the physical. And woven through all of this is fluidity, the simple truth that love can, and often does, change its shape over time.
And now we get to the real heart of the map. We're going to see how these values mix and match to create 5 really distinct love paradigms. As we go through them, just see which one kind of clicks for you. See if you recognize yourself in any of these descriptions.
Our first paradigm is introduced with this line, "Wow." It just speaks of focus, of depth, of a singular, profound devotion. This is the monogamous loyalist.
So the monogamous loyalist, or the Arreqqana, they operate on what's called the root thread. It's all about grounding and loyalty. For them, love is like a sacred garden that 2 people tend together. And it's so important to see this not as a need for control, but as a deep, genuine desire for a shared, exclusive devotion. Their greatest strength, their light, is this incredibly deep and unwavering presence. But on the flip side, their shadow is a powerful fear of abandonment or betrayal.
Okay, get ready for a complete shift in energy here. I love like fire. It catches wherever there's truth. This passionate, expansive, almost wild declaration introduces our second paradigm, the plural flame walker.
The plural flame walker, or choir revan, is what you might call naturally poly-spirited. They come from the flame thread, all intensity, truth, and passion. And the absolute key to understanding them is their core belief. Love doesn't get divided when you share it, it actually expands. Their light is this commitment to radical honesty in all their connections. But their shadow? Well, it's the constant risk of being seen as fickle or unfaithful by people who just don't operate on the same wavelength.
And this just lays out the difference so perfectly. On one side, you have the chalice. Love is this sacred, contained vessel where security is found in constancy and depth. And on the other, you have the wildfire. Love is this expansive, untamable force where security is found in absolute honesty, no matter how many connections there are. 2 totally different, but equally valid philosophies of the heart. Okay, our third quote signals another shift. This one isn't so much about the number of relationships, but about the role you play inside of them. I love not to possess, but to uphold. This is the voice of the devotional companion. The devotional companion, or Shaljirama, really embodies the river thread, all about compassion and support. They're the anchor in the storm, the witness to someone else's life. Their love doesn't always need to be up close and personal or have a specific label. Their light is this amazing ability to create a safe space for other people to just bloom. But their shadow, the thing to watch out for, is that tendency to give too much of themselves away, to over-sacrifice. This next quote, it takes us somewhere a bit more mystical. It speaks to those connections that are so hard to explain or put into a neat little box. This is the soul thread mystic. So, the soul thread mystic, or Naralinya, connects on the level of wind and ether. For them, love goes way beyond conventional roles like partner or friend. It's just a pure and simple soul-to-soul bond. Their incredible gift, their light, is that they can awaken these deep, forgotten connections in other people. But because their love is so intangible, their shadow is often feeling profoundly unseen or just misunderstood by the rest of the world.
And our final quote, I become what love calls me to be. This one speaks to adaptability, to transformation, to a kind of love that isn't just one thing, but can be many different things over a lifetime. This introduces the shape-shifting lover.
Now this is a really fascinating idea. The shapeshifter isn't just a fifth box to check, it's a paradigm that actually holds the potential for all the others, all in balance. You can see from this chart, they embody a piece of each one which allows them to kind of flow between these different expressions of love as their life calls for it. So, the shape-shifting lover, or Takimira, brings all four threads together. Their core belief is that love is a fluid dance. It's never static. They might be deeply monogamous in one season of their life and then feel called to be poly-spirited in another. Their light is this incredible ability to live that freedom with real care and integrity. But, as you can probably guess, their shadow is that these shifts can be pretty confusing or unsettling for partners who are more fixed in their own way of loving.
We've journeyed through the entire map, we've explored all these different territories. Now, we come to the most important part, turning that map inward and finding your own truth. But as you think about all this, it's so important to remember, these are not boxes designed to trap you. Please, think of them as mirrors, designed to help you see your own soul's reflection just a little more clearly. The goal here is not to pick a label and stick with it for life. It's about recognizing your own patterns, your own truths, and your own soul's unique shape in love.
And so I'll leave you with this final thought to carry with you. After hearing about the devoted loyalist, the expansive flamewalker, the supportive companion, the transcendent mystic, and the fluid shapeshifter, which one of those whispers your name? What is the fundamental truth that your love wants to speak to the world?